So Elliott, welcome to FrightFest. You're here with the Freaks of Fancy. How has your experience been here so far?
It's been brilliant. I'm very thrilled to be here and really looking forward to the premiere tonight. It's been brilliant so far, and everybody here is so sweet. So really appreciate it. Happy to be part of the family.
And tell me a little bit about the genesis of this idea. How did it come together?
Well, so it was a radio play that I heard from the early 1960s by a guy called William Verdier, and it was called Weekend. It was a 20-minute radio play, and it was basically about a sort of medical instructor that tricked 4 of his prize graduates into going to his island mansion for the weekend, and he sort of obviously wasn't straight with them. And the idea, I just thought, well, if we transported it to the Lake District, a sort of island in the Lake District, and then I sort of fleshed out the story and added things in. And that was set in the early 1960s, and I just always wanted to make an Art Deco look, a sort of aesthetic of a silent movie Art Deco look. And that's basically, that was the sort of fetal stages of it and how it came together.
And how much fun was it, like getting to play with those sort of, I guess they're now old film styles?
How much fun was it sort of playing?
Yeah.
A lot, because it's really dreamy, and I like the sort of dream world rather than the real world. So it was a lot of fun, and just trying to mirror the sort of lighting of those old German expressionist movies, that the sort of very silent movie, gothic silent movies. Just trying to sort of nod to them, not just doing a note-for-note copy, but just trying to pay homage and create something that has a contemporary sort of element to it within that sort of veneer, I suppose. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah.
So going back to FrightFest, it's 25 years old. What do you think it is about horror that enables, a festival like this to keep coming back year after year?
I don't know. I just think it's just a timeless genre, and it's a way of exploring the sort of human experience. You have so much width, there's so much scope, because there's no limits with horror. So I think you can have all kinds of sort of social issues, whatever, and it is a timeless genre. And I guess because it's about capturing the imagination and mixing the two, the deepest sort of recesses of your imagination with the contemporary world, and even if you're doing a period film, because we're living now. So I just think it's just the most flexible genre, personally, and it's my favourite genre. So.
And if I had to put you on the spot and say, what are some of your favourite horror films?
What are some of my favourite horror films? Oh wow, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Le Lieu Sans Visage, Inferno, Dario Argento, Deep Red, Dario Argento. I like Jaws, Steven Spielberg's Jaws. It's a sort of horror film. American Wealth in London, and American Wealth in London. The Wicker Man. I mean, what I've just described there's a lot of difference in those films. You could only get that within the horror genre, so, yeah.
Definitely. Well, I'm going to let you go and enjoy your evening.
Thank you very much, Kat.
So Holly, welcome to FrightFest. You're here with the Freaks of Fancy. I think we're about to go onto the stage, right? It's coming up soon. How are you feeling about the screening?
I'm really excited for everybody to experience and feel this film, because you definitely feel it. It takes you back in time. I'm nervous because I want everybody to like it. But I'm just really excited, really. I can't wait to sit down on a big screen and see it. I won't have seen it on a screen this big. I'll be sweating.
And what was it about the role of Kelly that spoke to you? Why did you want to play her?
So I loved the style of the character. I loved the fact that she was a flapper girl. I thought visually it would be a challenge to me to have to create the character with makeup myself. Elliott wanted me to do that myself, very authentic to the old 1920s actresses. So I thought the challenge of developing the character on my own like that would be really interesting. And just the fact that it's a gothic horror and it's 1920s, I thought, yeah, it's a challenge, let's do it. Let's make this spooky film.
Because that's the thing, I think that a lot of people forget is that acting has, much like film, has evolved so much over the years, and actors in the 20s had a very different way of working. So was that fun to kind of research and dig into that?
It was. At the beginning I thought, wow, how's Elliott gonna replicate this with all the amazing new equipment everybody has now to make films? But Elliott was adamant he really wanted to try his best to do everything how it would have been done. Even on set, how it felt on set was not how it would usually feel on a normal set. It was very old-fashioned, but I think that really added to the performances for the actors. It felt real. So it was just it was a wild experience working with Elliott. It was amazing. But just really, it affected our performance. Really, we really felt like we were in the 1920s.
And is that a similar thing as well with the location? Because it's like quite this lavish sort of remote country estate almost.
Yes, it was. It was very. It just felt so authentic. Obviously, some days it didn't look as authentic, but we trusted Elliott and his amazing ways to pull it off at the end, and I think he did. But filming up in the Lake District was just stunning, fresh air, all the green trees, come on, it was like therapy.
And for those that are missing it tonight, why should they keep an eye out for this film?
Well, for starters, I think Elliott is a very, very special director. I think the type of director he is doesn't come around very often. He's so unusual. He's like no one. I can't. When I watch the stuff that Elliott makes, this film, I can't pin him to anybody. I go, who's your inspiration? I can't. He's literally just himself. So I think, people should keep an eye on him. And this film just really transports you. It makes you feel like you're in the 1920s, and that doesn't come around very often. So people need to get to see this film. It's great.
Well, I'm going to let you go and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.